I feel like I'm back in the desert already. Hello everybody, welcome back to Doomed. Not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game, with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. I am joined today by a very special guest. I am joined today by Graspiloot.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
I was just like sitting there watching the stream being like, oh wait, that's Monkey.
But that's me, I'm on this.
I
almost said, and you'll understand why, Graspiloot, but I almost said, joining me for the last time is Graspiloot. But that's not what I meant. I just meant that this scenario is coming to an end one way or the other.
After he's out. Get this guy out of here.
Get him out of here. I never want to see him in the studio again.
He's a liability. Give you a badge and gun and get out.
He's a goddamn loose cannon. I want to welcome everybody to Doomed. Flower, thank you for the subscription. You'll notice I still can't figure out Streamlabs. I don't know what's up, but I played you the test things that you got the wonderful 4-part. It's not really a harmony. Anyway, you got the subscription notification, so thank you very much. Much appreciated. Crosshair, welcome. Glad you're caught up. Blanky, no worries. Wonderful to have you back. Sorry to hear about your sleep schedule, but honestly, chuffed that you're here. We are in the midst of the Night's Usurper, the second part of Guardians of the Abyss, here on Doomed in the Arkham Horror LCG. It's been a time, but I think it's been okay. I think, Graspiloot, you mentioned wanting to do like a bit of a post sort of, what do you call that? A post-mortem, a breakdown of what happened, what went well, what didn't. And maybe we shall.
Yeah, that was me.
And I did say that. Yeah, so as always, of course, we'll do a little recap of where we are in the story, and we'll dive right back into where we were. Do I have anything else I want to say? Yes. Before we start, yes. Just a quick note, I am not going to be streaming Doomed next Saturday. I've got, my parents are around, in town, that is. And this may come as a surprise, but they do not, are not interested in sitting just off camera and watching me stream Arkham Horror, the card game. You know.
Well, you don't have to do that. You could just, like, do, like, a throom and just have your parents be in the game.
I mean, first of all, incredible. Second of, oh god, and Crosshair, you're absolutely right. Yeah, for people watching on the VOD, go down into the description, and I've linked the start of the restart of the scenario. Okay, thanks. Hi, Cthulhu, good evening. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I'm joined today by Graspiloot.
Hello.
Throomed is a curse. It is. So, Graspiloot, what I find very entertaining about that, first of all, there's no way I could get 3 people around this computer, let alone, anyway, whatever, it's a whole thing. And I think it would be very funny. You don't know my parents, which is why it's even funnier. My mother asked me a few years ago when I started, she asked me what I was doing on Sundays, RPG Clinic, because she's like, oh, you stream on Sundays. Okay, I see. She's like, oh, is that like okay, an RPG, is that like a video game? Is that like Mario? And I was like, oh boy, I don't know. I don't even know where to start with this. I've been trying to get them, not even interested, but just like vaguely educated on the topic of like games and streams and media these days. I don't know. It's been wild. I think if I threw them into this, they would die. I think they would die.
Okay, that's not good.
It's pretty intense. Anyway, I just think it's funny.
How do you delete text boxes?
I don't know.
I keep creating new ones. It's just getting worse.
There's delete all 3D texts, but that's not very useful. I think maybe with the... Oh, God.
It's getting worse. It's my bad.
Oh, God. Yeah, okay, so if you click into it, there is a trash icon, but it's hidden by the actual board. So if you click into it with the type tool, you can... like then mouse over just above where the text is, and it'll say like color and trash, or at least that's what I saw, which I think is ludicrous. But anyway, I know. Well, I think it's that, Crosshair, plus the fact that like this mod has obviously added a big mat on top of the table, which is fine, except that like text should go on the mat, not under the table. Anyway, whatever. Oh god,
Really?
it's a good.
Also,
time.
you said like, oh, I felt like I'm in the desert, but I was thinking, oh yeah, it's really hot here, so maybe I can make a joke of that. But it's so humid, it is incredible.
It's actually also very humid here. I think that was a remnant of something I was going to say earlier, which I then forgot. So I just said I feel like I'm in the desert. Anyway, I have.
Last week had both fans breaking that I use for my room, so I actually got like a mini AC, and I will. So the amount of water that it has taken out of the air, it is.
Honestly, talk about dehumidifying. Like, yeah, the reason I feel a little bit like I'm in this scenario, not this part of the scenario, and we'll discuss that in a moment, but I have about 80 mosquito bites on my ankles and around my feet, which is awful. But fine.
What are these foot fetish mosquitoes? What is this?
I don't. You know what? I couldn't tell you. Something. I was wearing sandals outside. It's we have a relatively wild place here with a swampy pond nearby. So I mean, there's a lot of mosquitoes. It's fine. But yeah, they are all over my feet for some reason. Anyway, good times. Thank you, the Crosshair. I love getting a good weather update on Cairo. What's the weather like in the Dreamlands right now? Thoughts, feelings? I guess
I could see it being pretty humid.
Yeah, it's probably. I think there's like lava and stuff in one of the places.
I was gonna say like you are. It doesn't seem that. I mean, obviously you're still in the other screen, so people wouldn't see it. But yeah.
Yes. But I'm about to click over. I just wanted to make sure there was nothing else I wanted to say. But yes. Oh right. Jeez Louise, I didn't even get back to what I was trying to say ages ago. Sorry about that. Which was that yes, no Doomed next Saturday, but the Saturday after, Flower, just for you. The plan is, I'm going to do a little deck building stream to take people through my very silly thought process for the building. It's going to be solo, so I am building for solo, which is fine. The plan is to do a frost-based scenario so I can add some frost tokens in. And I know what scenario I'm going to do, and I have some thoughts about the like must-purchase cards or must-have cards.
Is it going to be like a solo scenario like this one?
It's going to be a standalone, yeah. Which should be interesting. Which I think means I'm going to allow myself the 19 XP. We'll see what it looks like when I start building. So we're going to do the deck building stream and then probably straight into the scenario itself. But that's in 2 weeks, just to warn everybody. All right. Blanky Cat's talking about. Dark Matter. Yes, I love that. Parallel Jenny dropped. Yes. That's right. Of course she did. I just saw that because you can get print and play versions of it. Man. Yeah, Parallel Investigators is such an interesting concept. I think you and I were talking about it, Graspiloot. The idea of like, this old investigator, maybe a little underpowered, maybe a little boring. Here's a parallel version that's like probably kind of busted. Here you go.
Yeah, that's like I like the Parallel Investigators in theory, but they all seem like broken as hell.
Mm-hmm. I've had some experience playing a couple of them, and they feel good. Like it's I'm maybe not busted, but very good.
For me, Jenny was like, when I started, I was like, oh my god, she is like, how boring is this character, right? I was like, I told you about this. Like, I think like this character is like, this is like the most boring thing with the boring stat lines and like just. Everything is designed to be as boring as possible, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna play her.
Yeah, challenge.
This is actually tons of fun, just because like the way that she's set up allows for like really fun playstyles.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree. I think she's got interesting deck building like options, and I mean this is it. Like, kind of I guess as you were saying, having a relatively kind of quote-unquote boring or not very flashy ability, it does mean that there's a lot of like flexibility, like you can build her in a lot of different directions, which is cool.
Yeah, and just like the way, just like the amount of money that you have also just allows you to play lots and lots of cards.
Yeah,
and that you never have to worry about like,
is
this for example, if you play like a poor character, then it's like, oh no, this ally can't exactly take that, like if you like Wendy Adams and Dark Horse, and you're like, well, what should I take as a rogue card? Oh, Leo DeLuca. Oh no, you can't do that.
Oh no, I can't afford that. You got any of those 0-cost rogue cards? I mean, and that's like, for me, that's such a flavor win, right? Like the kind of the orphan out on the streets trying to make ends meet, just trying to survive and scrape by. Like, that's such a win. And then Jenny Barnes, the woman who's got, you know, money coming out of wherever. I don't know if she must be independently wealthy. I think so. What she does.
Did read it. I believe she is. Yeah, like I think she was like originally rich, but then like her sister went missing, and that's why she's like out on the.
Gotta go find her. And I think, and Crosshair does make a good point. Like, I haven't actually, Crosshair, if you can link either in the chat or in my Discord, if you can link the last version of that deck, I would love to, because I can't remember I remember some of the cards that were in the deck list, but I'd always be very curious about that. It would, like, because that's a great example, I think. Her ability doesn't lean into what you, like, it doesn't lead you down the path that you ended up taking, but it worked obviously very well. Hey, actions are good in a game about actions. You know what I mean?
True.
Blanky Cat points out, of course, whatever the F is on the back of Parallel Jim is busted. Which, anyway, that's that is a good time, but we'll get there.
Yeah, but Flowers says I'm gonna go a bit on a risk here, because I came to Arkham quite late, so I don't really know how the game used to be like very much. So I sometimes like have to like trust Reddit for my opinion, but when I see them say like modern opinions, I always disagree with Reddit. So
there you go.
A bit risky, but they said a lot of the consensus there was from like posts that were a few years old, that the rogues were at the time very underwhelming, that they didn't have a lot of very good cards. But I mean, nowadays it feels like they have like tons of great cards that allow you to do allow you to go wherever you want. That's like kind of nice with it. Like with Jenny, you can make like an investigator Jenny, you can make a combat Jenny, you can kind of do what you want.
Do a bit of everything. And I think, yeah, like again, just to tack onto that, there's been a lot of discussion around the idea of like some of the identity of rogues as a class. Some of it is this like feast or famine style where you try to do stuff really well, and other things you just aren't going to do very well. Which leads to some of rogue investigators having 5 in one stat and 1 in another stat. You know, it's this like thematically they're really good at what they're good at and really crappy at what they're bad at. But Jenny also bucks that trend. Yeah,
she's just good at everything. But the money ones just streetwise, and like what's it called, the other card that allows you to spend money and get the High Roller. I think
High Roller is a good one. Yeah,
is that the one that allows you to spend money to get better at things?
Yes, you spend money, you get a boost. If you succeed, you get the money back because you're gambling, right? Like, which is good.
So the money rogues they have so many ways to just be decent at everything. You don't really have to worry about it.
Yeah, no, I love that. And Crosshair, you're right. Like God, Crosshair, I have good and bad memories of that campaign. Mostly just like the exhaustion of being like, okay, time to trek back across the mountains. Like, oh look, another tank. Oh look, another Shoggoth. Like, we had so much to do in that campaign, but Charon's Obel and survived. I think that cheat death really came in handy a few times, if I recall correctly.
Cheat death is the 5 cost one, right? That one's so good.
Yeah. 5 XP. Yeah.
Sorry.
It is incredible, and feels very rogue to me. Okay. All right, we're gonna talk all day otherwise. We gotta get into it. Okay, the story so far. As we know, we've had Darrell Simmons, the photographer, ex-photographer for the Arkham Advertiser, and now independent investigator, has been teaming up with Diana Stanley, local Arkham business owner, and redeemed Silver Twilight cultist, to investigate the Silver Twilight Lodge, a cult based out of Arkham, and all of the horrific stuff they did, or they have done. While there, they received a request for help from their contact in Cairo, not Jenny Burke, Jesse Burke. Jesse Burke, whose husband, along with a number of other people in Cairo, had been falling into a sleeping sickness. They went to Cairo, they investigated, they uncovered a conspiracy with another cult, the Brotherhood, it was called, who were trying to essentially cast people into some sort of magical slumber to power up their chosen warrior in the Dreamland. Thank you, Blanky Cat. Yes, allow me to do that before I continue, because I remember. Oh no, there's attachment helper, and one of them is Diana Stanley. Pow! There you go, buddy.
Oh.
So you can, in theory, hopefully, in theory, move that.
I cannot move that.
Oh, what? Yep. Let's see if it works.
Oh, very nice.
It's so sick. Oh man. And then you can see what it is. You can see how much they cost, how much XP they are, blah, blah, blah. And then clicking on them, in theory, should draw them.
In theory, I can even take some out.
Yeah. Well, that's...
If I get my...
We'll see if we get there, yeah. We'll see. Thank you so much, Blanky Cat. I had indeed forgotten since you commented on YouTube. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment. I can't believe the number of people who apparently watch this series on YouTube. Okay, back to the story. Where was I? Venturing out into the deserts around Cairo, Darrell and Diana questioned a number of Brotherhood agents, including Neith, who was sort of the lead, witch or sorceress in Cairo. They let her live in order to discover more about the Brotherhood's plans. They ventured back out on an expedition, found a portal to another dimension, managed to evade the rest of the Brotherhood agents who were coming for them, and then found themselves here in a dream betwixt, aka the Dreamlands. Since they have been in the Dreamlands, a couple of things have happened. I'll sum up very briefly here. Diana... I'll let Graspiloot sum up what's happened to Diana. Darrell managed to escape the sort of place where they started here, found a way out into the great abyss of dreams, and then on towards the tunnels under Ranek, which was sort of barren. It says here, a barren, sinister series of caves. He searched for signs of life within the jagged tunnels, found and freed some night gaunts, who I guess were being kept prisoner by the chosen of the Dreamlands, the chosen of the Brotherhood. And that's where he's at. Graspiloot, remind me, what's been happening to Diana since we got here?
Diana what was the Australian version again?
Diana Stanla.
That's it. Yeah, she hasn't really been up to much since she's been here.
She's chilling.
They call it Darrell. He's just been going around, traveling the whole Dreamlands, whereas Diana is holding down the fort here. She even got to have a little chat with Xzharah I think you can join him. I don't remember exactly how that went, what he exactly said, but the ending where we kill the Night Gaunts and stuff, that one is not, as Crosshair mentioned, no longer available to us, but we can still basically give up. Right. I
would be okay with, if you're down, of course. We should, because it says flip this enemy over and resolve the text on the other side, so which is what we did last scenario. I'm very happy to flip it over and we can just reread or look at it again to make sure we understand what's happening. That's right, Crosshair. Whoops. I'm not gonna say whoops. Darrell wouldn't do something like that, so I'm not. It's unfortunate that this is now lost to us, but yeah, Usurp the Night essentially says that Xzharah, the chosen one, is promising us power and rewards if we and to spare our lives if we ally ourselves with him. However, we may proceed to Resolution 3 if the strength of the Abyss is 5 or higher, which it is, but then we have to have done some bad things. Specifically executed the Night Gaunts, which Darrell freed them, so that's... we should have...
I kind of feel like this ending is a little bit like we're cutting off this realm and dying in the process.
Yeah, it feels... I mean, and maybe that's the story you want to tell, in the sense of oh man, there's no way we're gonna survive. Maybe I should make a deal with this devil and just you know?
I don't think it's a deal with the devil type thing. Like it's like because he also says like one of the odd things was like must have affronted the ruler of the realm, so he's not happy with us in that scenario. So I
In
think
theory.
it is. I feel like it's a kind of like we do like a heroic exit where we kill ourselves to save the world thing.
Perfect. I mean, I hope so. I don't hope
We
so.
will never find out.
Exactly, we can't do it anyway, so there you go. So, as you said, Diana is still, has essentially heard the poisoned, honeyed words of Xzharah, is being taken by the slumber right now, but she and Olive are ready to stand against them forever, basically.
I do hope that we have a way to reduce the strength of the abyss soon, because
it's getting a little tricky. Well, the elder things are -4. If you succeed and the strength of the abyss is 4 or more, remove a strength. So we could, in theory, that could happen.
in theory, yeah.
Blanky Cat, without spoiling it too much, I do agree that there is a path through the circle undone where you just kind of go, oh, huh, I guess we've done it. I guess we saved the world, ? Which is fun, but
I kind of like the circle undone. I'd love to do that one with Diana.
Yes, of course. It's very flavorful, right?
Yeah, but although the next time I want to do the circle undone, I want to do like a witch path, which I think she doesn't have the special traits for. Sadly,
I can't remember, but I imagine it's like sorcerer or.
Although I guess it could still work. Well, I mean, I still think there's a kind of weird one, like for Diana to do a witch path, because like, she's obviously a member, and like I feel like there'd be questions like, why are you with the enemy?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good question. I imagine she'd be like, well, I'm betraying you. I mean, she wouldn't say it like that, but.
I feel like Diana would be more like a cultist run, but then like basically lied to them at every point.
Yep. Destroy it from within, right?
Exactly. That's her whole thing. So
that is her whole thing. I am ready to sort of we know where we're at in the story. Darrell's got access to this gift from Nodens, the summoned night gaunt, a night gaunt that can help them escape from sticky situations. He's planning to rush back and assist Diana X on the beach. Hey, I like it, Crosshair. Yeah, he's planning to sort of run back and assist Diana. I'm ready to jump back in. Graspiloot, you feeling good? I mean, good is a relative term, of course, but...
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready.
Yeah,
I think this one area is resolved that I need to describe.
Yeah, well, I think we should just, #hop to it. Let's get into it. All right, everybody, let's get doomed. Darrell, having freed the night gaunts, sort of makes signs to... He doesn't know how to communicate with them exactly, but makes signs to them. He's been given a whistle, right? So he's like, okay, I understand. If I blow this, I'll be able to, like, summon this creature, and hopefully it'll fight for me or get me out of there. He's moving back towards where he left Diana in the portal between worlds. Makes his way back to the Great Abyss. He had indeed reached the yawning gulf, whose crusted and moldy stone steps led down to the crypts of Nightmare. He had just sort of essentially run through the Great Abyss before, and realizing perhaps there might be, clues here as to what, Xzharah, forgotten their name, to what Xzharah is like hunting for or looking for, or what's contributing to their power. Darrell's already started to put the pieces together in terms of like, perhaps, certainly the dreamers in the real world are powering up this creature, but we can't do anything about that from here. However, in the Great Abyss, maybe there are some additional hints. I'm going to investigate and try to grab the clues here. I have 6 intellect against the 5 of the Great Abyss. I'm going to commit Sharp Vision, which gains me 3 more books, which takes me up to 9. And I would love to over-succeed, so I'm going to also throw in this Eureka, which takes me to 10. And, Let's see how the gods favor Darrell's sharp vision. Perhaps he can point something out. Hello. Woo.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so I place an evidence on an asset you control. Eureka fires, sharp vision fires. I get 2 clues. It gives me a Hawkeye charge. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. A lot's happening.
You could put 2 clues on that. I guess it doesn't matter where you put that, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna search 3, 4. I actually don't know which of these is gonna be the most useful. I guess that, just for some reason. Okay. Okay, so out of the corner of his eye, a glint. Something caught in the sands, stone, and he moves towards it and reaches down. After you discover the last remaining clue from the Great Abyss, flip it over and resolve the text on the other side. As you traverse the vast abyss, you are surprised to find others wandering through the cavernous mist. Okay, so the glint was actually off a bangle off of a person who was like kind of just sort of hidden below a step. You don't recognize them as the patients from the incident in Cairo. The Brotherhood must have sent these victims here recently. With the knowledge you have now, you could try to awaken them, or guide them to Xzharah as sacrifices. Okay, so you must decide, remove 2 strength from the abyss, or add 2 strength to the abyss. Regardless of your choice, flip this card back over. For the remainder of the game, it cannot be flipped again. Graspiloot,
I would prefer to remove strength.
yeah, I hope you don't mind, Graspiloot. I'm going to put it to a poll in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Like, I really, because I know a bunch of people would be like, yeah, take it to 7, yeah.
I mean, that would have been okay if we had like killed the 9
Of course, right? No, it'd be amazing, because that's definitely what we need, exactly. Well, that's it, and Crosser makes a good point, like, and you said the same thing earlier, Graspiloot, like, if you had played this before and knew this was going to be your path through, well, great, that's exactly what I need. I need to put the strength of the abyss up. However, Darrell, upon seeing this one person who kind of like is stumbling around, it leads him to a few others. He's able to use his knowledge from back in the real world outside Cairo. He was the one who awakened a few people in the expedition camp, which kind of led to like a mass awakening. He's going to try to using that again, and manages to awaken people. They vanish from view as they are awoken in the real world. Oh, what's up, Aragwen? How you doing? Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I am, of course, joined today by Graspiloot.
Hello.
Hello. Last
I
action.
very much enjoyed your Australian joke.
Yes, we've been making it every time, Aragwen. That's it's been a good time.
I cannot say it for some reason. It does not, like, the words do not form in my mouth, but I enjoy hearing you say it.
Does not compute.
I've already forgotten how you meant to say it now, but...
Well, then you're going to get it at a very unusual time. That's all I have to say about that. Darrell, having helped awaken a few more lost souls in the Dreamlands and hoping that that's lessened the power of Xzharah, rushes back towards where he left Diana and sees her confronted with, again, the towering figure and also a few other creatures. But now I'm here, Graspiloot. I'm ready.
But somehow she also has woken up from that.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, good. Yeah. Wait, hang on. What happened?
Slumber, it removes when Doom, after strength is removed from the abyss.
Oh, nice. Okay, I didn't even know that. Sorry, I did not even know that, but what a great bonus.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, yeah, sorry, really quick. Aragwen, I was unfortunately working a little bit after Punchy during the clinic hours. I'll be checking out the VOD, but how was it? Hope you had fun. And my apologies, Graspiloot. Over to you, Diane Lee Stanla.
All right. So, can you help me with dodging Xzharah?
Of course. I have evidence now from helping awaken people. I think also that Diana has some real like gumption, I think yeah, there you go. I think that's very true.
Oh wow.
It's
That's rolling against 0.
yeah, so gumption lowers the difficulty, spending an evidence also lowers the difficulty, so Diana is going to attempt to evade against difficulty 0.
Appreciate that.
Aragorn.
Oh.
Whoa! Oh, attachment helper. Oh god.
Can you move the box maybe a little
Yeah,
bit?
yeah. I don't know why it's doing that. Annoyingly.
Maybe put it next to the board. Maybe.
Oh, that's a good spot for it actually. Boop, let's do that. Anyway, hooray!
Hooray!
Okay, excellent
So
work.
we moved the act.
Yeah, so we've evaded Xzharah here. She's obviously got some gumption. But yeah, Darrell has some evidence that he's put to good use. I mean, let's see what it says on the other... yeah, Blanky, for sure, which is why it's a bit odd. Hanley Stenla! Okay. All right, what do you got?
Oh my god. Okay. Xzharah cannot be stopped by means you alone possess. Perhaps you learn more about the realm beyond that gateway. You can find a way to end this vile ritual. If at least 3 of the following requirements are met, you may proceed to R2. Otherwise, flip this act back to its A side. Oh.
Well, sure.
Xzharah must have no remaining health. He does.
Yep.
Investigators must possess 3 of 6 clues as a group.
Okay.
The strength of the abyss must be 4 or lower.
Okay.
And the investigators must have freed the 9 gods, warned the citizens of Sarkoman, and pled for help.
Okay. I have theories about where that's going to be. As a reminder,
I'm a bit confused by this one because so what happens if you don't take the same path in both cases, right? Or like the strength of the abyss is like 4 or 5. So
yeah.
what happens then? Like it's like very odd, I think.
Well, I agree. I appreciate that they at least like, if I had opted to kill the Nightgaunts, then we would be locked out of the last option. But at least there's 3 other options, you know, like at least.
Yeah, but you have to do everything. Or 3 of the 4.
3 of the 4. Thank goodness.
Oh, okay.
No, which is good because like I would argue that getting Xzharah to 0 health is going to be I'm going to go with impossible. 15 health? That's a lot of health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're not like heavy damage dealers. My flaming sword is it's a bit sputtering to the end.
It's just like a lighter on its last bit of fluid. Oh,
alright, I need to try to... Oh, but they would ready up and they would like engage with you. That would be bad as well.
Well, except that my plan is to...
Oh, evade them.
Yeah. I'm going to use my whistle. Tweet! To get the hell out of there. That's my plan.
So, I have to roll 3 to 2 to get out of this this sticky situation here.
Such a sticky situation. I mean, you have Olive as well. Oh no, you probably want to keep Olive for something special. Oh shoot, sorry.
Also more that like it's actually like if I'm rolling +1, then I feel like Olive is not really a great thing.
No, right, because you have to choose 2. Yeah, that's fair. Unless you had ritual candles out, that's different. But like,
yeah, well,
yeah.
I like the rest of my deck, so like it's good. It's having 5 weaknesses and all the cards I really need.
God, I forgot. Yeah. You're all. Oh god, they're all in there. Yeesh.
Okay, so 3 to 2 for the first one.
Okay.
Oh, but
he doesn't have alert at least, so there's that.
Let's.
Is right. I mean, I could probably sacrifice a Hawkeye evidence to make it 0 for this last test, to make the difficulty 0.
Are you sure?
Well, doesn't it do 3 damage otherwise? It feels like a lot of damage. I guess you'd survive in theory.
I mean, I'm a bit yeah. I think the problem was I think that I can't play cards.
Ah, that's right, because of yes.
I think that's why. I think that's why it was here. So I think I kind of need to evade it. Yeah.
What was the other? Oh yeah. The Abyssal Reach, which that's right. It was the reach of Xzharah was causing you to be unable to play cards. That's right.
Yeah, I think that's why that was there. So I'm
well, you know what? What else am I using this? What else am I using this camera for, other than to flash in the eyes of a zombie creature so that it sort of doesn't. Famously, yeah. That should lower the difficulty to 0.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I need to get some more, but there you go.
Oof. That actually was very required, so thank you very much.
yeah. All right, evaded. Fantastic. Darrell's just like, Diana, like, we can't, there's no way we can do this. Like, come on, we gotta, there's a whole world out there. We can, like, maybe we can find some help. He mentions the other dreamers that he had found and freed, and that maybe there are more creatures. He, like, shows her the whistle. I don't know. It's been, 20 minutes, and he's got a whistle, an alien whistle, and all sorts of weird shit.
He's like looking at all that stuff and like not like it's like, what the hell is happening?
What is this guy on about?
It's 20 minutes of just like doing here, invading this guy, and what?
Yeah.
What a strange place that we're in.
Well, we made it at least, which is good. Oh, I'll discard your slumber here because you.
Yeah, not that one. But that was the wrong one. Sorry.
Okay.
Like the other one I should have taken was the.
Oh, the one. Yes, right. Yes, of course. The Abyssal Reach, which.
Because I kind of only put it together now. I'm like, what was that thing there? And I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. That's bad.
This was bad, actually.
Oh God. Okay. Well, we managed to survive, which is good. So in the enemy phase, then, Xzharah has been successfully distracted or weakened, perhaps, by Diana's attacks and Darrell freeing some of the dreamers, which also, consequently got the Abyssal Revenant away, which is good. So no enemies in the enemy phase, and then in the upkeep phase, cards ready, we draw cards, and I am going to engage with the Revenant and Xzharah.
This is my first one. But maybe this one is not too bad, I think.
Nice.
No, actually, this one is really bad. So I think I am actually going to just say.
Oh shit! Okay, perfect.
Yeah, nah.
Cancel all the cards effects. Shuffle it back in. That sucks, unfortunately. But at least it's back in. Like, at least it's not sitting out here and. Free pass on the weakness, which is good. Now, unfortunately, as Xzharah and his army of strange sort of dreamland monsters start to march slowly back towards them, they realize that their exit has been cut off. The only way out, really, is back through the Great Abyss and maybe seeing if there are other creatures or other things we can deal with. We go to 2 out of 12 Doom. As a reminder, it says here, which I had forgotten, it says, after the 4th or 8th Doom is placed on this agenda, add a strength to the Abyss.
Yeah.
But I think it's okay because I think 4 was the, limit. So we have some time, as long as we don't add more. I'm going to draw my encounter card here. No, sorry, it's you. Diana's leading us through the desert. Oh. Oh, no. They're trying to cast a slumber spell on you because they understand you're a real threat.
Evidently, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna. What does this do? Place a resource on. Yeah, I'm gonna place an evidence on slumber, and then hopefully I'll discover clues when you're at my location. But if not, then not. And I'm gonna draw a swarm of locusts. Xzharah places his sword back on his back, just raises his arm, and out of the folds of his robes come flowing an absolute swarm of the bugs. The biblical curse? What are those called? Oh my god, in Exodus.
Curse? Biblical.
In the book of Exodus, the plagues. There we go. The Lord sends plagues on Egypt, which is awful. Of course she's tired, Flower. I was tired too. Anyway, I'm gonna test 3 to 3, and
This is a bit sleepy,
Yeah, she's just a little tie-tie. Okay. The locusts whir over their heads and shoot out into the rest of the Great Abyss. Darrell ducks, but he's okay. He's lost a resource. But he's firm in the knowledge that he's now cracked the case here in the Dreamlands. He knows what he has to do. Find help, defeat Xzharah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, depends on where you want to go, Diana. Do you have...
I want to do this space thing.
Yeah, go get over there then, and I'll come to you.
I don't think I could do it. I will play one card, though, so I will be a bit afraid.
Oh, well, okay, as long as you go there, I'll, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, firstly I have to roll.
Oh, for sure, right, of course.
4, 6, well, that's still okay.
Hey!
So, okay, then we... Actually, I will first play it, so...
Oh god, you're right.
Play my duel of... It's a bit late in the game, sadly, that it comes out.
Just, like, reappears in her hand as she's trying to avoid the... Or she's using it maybe as an anchor, you know, like, to avoid the mysterious slumber.
I like the sound of that.
It's a little...
I mean, drawing cards is a bit risky now.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, it is what it is. Alright, well, we walk here. Terrible is the memory of that dark descent in which hours wore themselves away whilst Carter wound slightlessly round and round down a fathomless spiral of steep and slippery stairs. Alright, I'm on a staircase.
The stairway to Sarkomand, who is a thing? We don't actually know what that is yet.
No idea.
Okay, Diana's moved. Darrell sees them coming towards, sees Xzharah and his army of revenants and monsters coming towards him. Ducking the locusts, he pulls out his whistle and goes, I sure hope this works. Spend a whistle. Take a horror. Oh, evade! Hooray! Automatically evade all non-Night Gaunt enemies engaged with you. I have to take a horror. Move to any revealed location. So that's a way to evade for free, which is actually quite nice. Just to remember for when we hopefully do everything else that we need to do. The Night Gaunt swoops in, wrapping its horrible leathery arms around Darrell and pulling him up, screaming into the sky, but away from Xzharah, depositing him at the top of a series of cracked stone steps leading down into the depths. Although this does say evade, so we're good. Thank goodness. Okay, I'm now here. I'm now here, and I would love to...
Pick up those clues.
Get those clues. Yeah, I'd love to get those clues. I'm going to play this old keyring, which of course is... Here it's a metaphorical keyring. It's the keys that he's found by freeing people from the Dreamlands. You know, if you consider...
I just like the idea he's like with his keys on the stairs. Like, what are you doing?
Stop dropping stop dropping your keys everywhere, buddy. What are you guys doing? He knows that Xzharah is an outsider here. He thought that perhaps originally this was Xzharah's world, that it is a creature of the Dreamlands, and perhaps it is, but it doesn't rule this place. Something or someone else does. I am going to... I'm going to investigate last action. Keyring says... Investigate, you get -2 shroud. If you succeed and its test difficulty is 0, discover an additional clue. So that is tragic, in that I have to spend an evidence to lower its difficulty to 0. That's okay, that's fine. I'm going to do it. It feels important. Because I'll get some evidence back. So, the key is to find the ruler of this place, he whispers to himself. So I'm investigating. The shroud is now -4. The shroud is 0. And then I am going to... do I need to do this? Oh. Sorry. No, I don't need to do this. Okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to investigate. So I'm at 5 to 0.
Work.
Phew. We good. Okay, so we get the clues. Hawkeye charges back up, and I snag the evidence off of Diane Stanla's slumber here.
Hell yeah.
Now we
At least
have...
we have enough clues.
Yes, we've got enough clues now, which is good. Now we haven't yet navigated the bewildering gravity-defying staircase, but yeah, photo of the sleepy die. Trust me, this will look great on the cover of the Arkham advertiser. What a scoop! Stupid.
The things he's making pictures of, I'll never understand photographers.
What are you doing, man? Okay, that is Darrell. My intellect goes back up. Okay, that is that. So, in the enemy phase, of course, Xzharah and the Revenants are shocked and in disarray because the Night Gaunts have gotten out. But Diana and Darrell stand at the top of a strange, warped stairwell leading down into the abyss. But we can go to upkeep.
Yep, that's what I was afraid of.
Is it what I think of? Is it what I think it is, or?
I don't know. What do you think it is? I guess.
Oh, I thought it was nihilism again.
No.
Oh, good. Okay.
The day you learn the true secrets of the Silver Twilight Lodge inner circle, the truth is too terrible for the Lodge to let you live. So the Lodge is involved here.
Oh. Oh shit! Oh my god! Actually, that's not good at all. Here he is. Oh my god. Well, maybe we can mess this guy up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm currently the part I'm a bit worried about is that I still haven't drawn any of like my damage things.
Yeah. Do you? I know it was last scenario. The Storm of Spirits was in the. Have you seen Storm of Spirits yet? This scenario? I don't think so, eh?
I have not yet.
He's going to be very confused, Flower, but thankfully Darrell's going to develop his own film because he doesn't trust anyone else with this material. Maybe someone will destroy it. It's a cover-up, you know?
It's a cover-up. Oh my god, Darrell's actually a conspiracy theorist.
Oh well, of course. Look at him. I don't know what that means. I don't mean look at him. Like, I just mean that his whole jam is like, I saw something once, and then my film was ruined, so no one believes me. Like, he is a bit of a tinfoil hat guy, I think.
That's fair enough. I guess it isn't really conspiracy if they're actually out there.
If it's true, yeah, I suppose that's true too.
I mean, it can still be a conspiracy if it's true, I guess.
Oh,
right.
I
guess nowadays, conspiracy is generally not really considered that's necessarily true.
Flower, of course, suggesting that the Silver Twilight Lodge acolyte is here, not to hurt Diana, but just to be like, "Hey, man, it's the mandatory annual meeting. Like, you need to come back." But I feel like he's emerged out of the depths, and of course now proof positive that the Silver Twilight Lodge is in fact in league with the Brotherhood to summon this chosen one and bring about the end of the world. We go to 3 out of 12 Doom. Strength of the Abyss is still 3. Or are they a dream? Ooh. And we go ahead and 3 out of 12 Doom, and we draw encounter cards. Oof, Hunter.
All right. Oh, great. Great. So furthest desert or other world location. Okay,
excellent. Okay.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we can just make a big. He's continuing to summon his army of dreamers, which is honestly a little scary, but I think we'll hopefully be okay. Uh-oh. The sun outside, the light takes on a strange hue, and it's a moment before Darrell realizes. Oh, here, I'm actually just going to throw another evidence on this guy. Boop. It's a moment before Darrell realizes that what's happening must be an eclipse in the real world. Test Willpower 3. If you fail, you must either take 2 horror, or choose an ally at my location to be defeated and taken by the abyss.
This is not technically an ally.
No. Olive is.
Wait, Olive.
Sorry. Here, I'm gonna try to pass this. This is the most important thing. I'm gonna try to pass it instead. I'm gonna spend an evidence off the Kodak, and I'm gonna commit Eureka to go to 4-1. And I guess we'll just kind of cross our fingers here. Darrell is hoping against hope that he can will away the strength of the eclipse. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow.
It worked.
All right. Willed away. All right. Search 3.
Only once, Eclipse.
Yeah. Fool me once, Eclipse. Huge. Absolutely massive. Okay, I'd forgotten I bought this. Good. I don't think I'll need it today, but I will need it at some point soon. Oof.
Yes.
Sheesh.
Famously in this long campaign now, you probably have a lot more chances to play it.
Yeah, it's true, eh? Look at... Oh, man. Okay, sorry. So, okay, excellent. The strange power shudders and passes, leaving only Darrell, Diana, the staircase, and, of course, the Silver Twilight Acolyte. Here. Famously, yeah.
And Olive, don't forget.
Oh, and Olive, of course. She's here. She's ready to cast some sweet-ass blood magic. Yeah, we want to
This
pass
guy
this.
cannot attack. That's the kind of the main thing. I need to get rid of that.
Yes, he doesn't have retaliate, so I think ideally we try to kill him. I could engage him off of you and fight him and then evade him or something? I'm not sure how good that is.
It might not be a bad idea. You could. This would attack if they.
So these guys, yeah, they're all gonna hunt into the Great Abyss. So we want to hopefully be like over at the mist-filled caverns by then, but I don't know how possible that is. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't have a great way to really deal with them because like my brand of Cthulhu not looking too hot.
Mm-hmm. Well, you need to draw some cards. I think what's happening here.
And those draw cards are still going to be like still 4 more weaknesses.
Hey, well, that's unfortunately, if you need some fighting stuff too, right?
And my fighting stuff, yes,
Mm-hmm.
that is.
Okay, so I'm just thinking about this. Okay, yeah, definitely Diana wants to try to navigate down the staircase, which means the enemy.
I kind of need to like do this test and then move twice. So
Great.
I don't know. And you still have like at least your auto evades.
That's true, actually. You know what? And then, so I could engage him, evade him, and then.
It feels a bit bad to use it for that, but like I think we might have to.
It's true.
And then we would have to. Oh, but like, how the hell do we like the part I'm worried about?
Mm-hmm.
Is okay. So actually, how the hell? I'm thinking like the actions out. So, in theory, assuming things succeed, is like test my face here, get this, move to the mist-filled caverns.
Mm-hmm.
Darrell moves there, picks up. Like I don't. Do you think we can pass this test already?
Yes, I do think we. At some point, I believe we can. I don't know if it's going to be
so
necessarily
that
this.
if you can do that or at least like the next turn, at least in one action, you could move here, auto evade again, and we can pass, and we can like pass the,
yeah,
like, and then pass the thing.
As a reminder, we know that Xzharah cannot be stopped by means you alone possess. We need to either reduce his health to 0, which is not probably going to happen. We need to have 6 clues, which we do. The strength of the abyss must be 4 or lower, which it currently is. It was, and Crosshair, yeah, it was, the investigators must have freed the night gaunts, warned the denizens, and pled for help, which is probably the 3 location things. So yeah, I think it's doable. Yeah, I can do this. Would you like me to do this now?
Yeah, because I need to have you engage this guy off me.
Yeah, I won't be at your location anymore, so I hope you can pass, but let's party. Darrell is gonna, as the acolyte advances on Diana, he's going to rush in and shoulder check the guy, and then furiously blow his whistle. Now, actually, hang on. Oh no, it's an evade. Okay, yeah. I was like, hang on, do I take an attack of opportunity? But I don't. So, we blow the whistle again. The Night Gaunt swoops in, knocks the Silver Twilight Acolyte off of the stairwell. He's not dead. I just think it's dramatic. We evade him, and we move. Whee! And now here at the mist... So the creature, the Night Gaunt, drops him in a strange cavern filled with mist. It nods at him as if you know, this is very important, but doesn't exactly explain why. And the last thing I'm going to do...
Guess pick up the clues, I guess. Yeah.
I'm going to do you one better, man.
Oh!
Darrell's on his own. I'm going to play Will to Survive. He does have a will to survive. This feels perhaps a bit of a waste only to use on one test, but I do need to pass this test. So, do not reveal chaos tokens for any skill tests you perform until the end of your turn.
Oh, nice.
I have Darrell is willing himself to move into the caverns, to force his legs to step by step, to traverse through the mist. The Night Gaunt wanted him to do this. So, sorry, I do not reveal skill... Oh, sorry, I still need to pass the test, though. So I don't reveal skill... Sorry, I don't reveal a chaos token, but I still need to pass.
Yeah, you still need to add one.
So I need to commit this agility icon. Yeah, whew. Will to survive. I like it, Aragorn. I think I'm going to steal that, actually. As he moves through the mist, using his lighter, sort of just to illuminate just a few kind of feet in front of him. Let's see what happens. Effigy of Nodens. Sounds awful. Fuck. The mist sorry, I see a test. Oh, actually, hang on. The mist grows ever thicker as you make your way deeper into the depths of the abyss. Finally, you come across an open chamber where the mist has receded, and you are greeted by a tall statue of an elderly man with a great beard and a mane of long hair. He rides a chariot formed from a huge seashell, which is pulled by beasts both wondrous and strange. You must decide. Test willpower fucking shit. Test combat 2 to fucking knock the statue over, because he's some sort of dictator. Ridiculous.
No, but like, you don't have to, right? Because until the end of your turn, do not reveal chaos tokens for any skill test you perform.
Exactly. Test willpower 2 to entreat the entity depicted in the statue for aid.
That's crazy.
Darrell bows his head and whispers a silent prayer, expressing all he knows about I want to say Xzharah. Is that the guy's name? Yeah.
Yeah.
And about the fact that the Dreamlands are going to be destroyed, just like the real world. Test willpower 2, but I have willpower 3, so I succeed. I don't have to reveal a chaos token, I mean. So I automatically succeed. And I have pled for help. His whispers reverberate in the room and then die away. The statue does not appear to have changed, but perhaps something has changed.
Ooh.
And that's me. I'll pass the turn over to you, Diane Lee Stenla.
That's me. All right. I firstly have to stay awake.
Yeah, stay awake. Okay, excellent awake staying.
Yes. Should I like 63? Should I all of this?
Yeah. I mean, I say yes. Especially like the jewel will maybe draw you a card, but I know it. The fact that there's pluses in the bag is like maybe you'll get. I realize there's a possibility of drawing
three
worse.
options, three tries still.
That's true. And in fact, that's a good idea. Are we oliving or no?
I'm oliving.
Okay, great. Sorry, just making sure. Olive is going to help Diana navigate the stairwell.
Well, reveal the token so I can draw a card. Okay, I was like, that's gonna be my next weakness, and this is a good one. And then obviously we're resolving the 0 and then -1, which means that I succeed.
I don't know what to tell you, Flower. Sometimes life is good. I mean, there are a lot of bad stuff tokens in the bag, to be sure, but also not that many. Anyway, yeah, it's good stuff, and it is a pass. This is the key.
Yeah, I kind of mainly did it because I was like, I have 3 tries, and I want to exhaust this damn jewel and get my.
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah, because exactly. You're ignoring the skull, but it still works. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. So Flower, yes, upgraded Olive is instead of draw 3, resolve 2, it's now draw 4, resolve 2. Is that it? Is that all that's changed? I think so. I think she's gained a sanity as well.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's the 2 things that changed. I think that's like for 2 XP. I think it's really good.
I agree. Yeah. More shots to hit the
I
tokens you
even
want.
find that like with like her like unupgraded version, you really need to have some way of like dealing with like tokens and stuff like Defiance or whatever.
Oh
I feel
yeah,
like otherwise it just like generally is like not great to do.
100%. But it does lean into this wonderful mystic thing of like kind of looking for the outcome you want from the future, even though she kind of makes that outcome maybe worse, depending. But
Yeah. All right. We have apparently I have navigated the bewildering and gravity-defying staircase.
excellent work,
Without
Diana.
knowledge. Oh no. Oh no. I need to test 3 books.
So what happens to Diana down here?
After what feels like an eternity, you finally reach the top of the subterranean stairs where a trapdoor leads you to the surface. You find yourself in a large central plaza of a ruined city on the shoreline of a beautiful sky blue ocean.
Wow.
A pair of colossal winged lion statues guard the entrance to the stairway. You must decide. Choose one. Test 3 books to speak to the almost humanoid creatures that dwell in the ruins. If you succeed, you warn them of the battle below and they flee. Remember that you warned the denizens of Sarcommand. Or test 3 fists to block the trapdoor. If you succeed, you topple the lion statues and use them to block the entrance to the stairway as you descend into the depths. Remember, you cut off all escape. Regardless of your choice and whether you succeed or fail the indicated skill test, flip this card back over.
So you can test this multiple times. You just have to pass the willpower test to navigate the stairwell again. I was worried that it was a one and done situation, but it's not, thankfully. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's good, like good, but
Yeah.
I mean,
not optimal. I have one. This one's it's a bit sad to add this one, but I think I might have to just like the -1. There's a lot of those.
if it increases your odds. I'm sorry.
I commit deny
You
existence.
beautiful bastard.
Alright.
Terrible clanging music tone at the same time. All right. Well, unable to warn them, I guess. Unable to speak their language, perhaps.
Classic.
It is.
Might just have to try it 3 times, right? Just to hope to get lucky.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's no. I mean, there's obviously bad stuff if, but like it's not. I don't think there's that many bad outcomes really. But yeah, that's correct, Crosshair. Now, yeah, I guess if Darrell had been at that location, I could have contributed a little bit to the outcome. But like, God, it's still bad news. Well, I mean, or draw cards and hope to like find something more useful for committing. But like, I don't know if that's better. In fact, I imagine it's not better. Oh man. Latin. Nobody speaks Latin anymore. What the hell was I thinking?
All right, let's try this one again.
So this is the willpower test.
Okay, so it succeeded.
Okay.
So that we go again.
Okay. You navigate the stairway back up. Olive is assisting in trying to bring Diana back up to the gates of this beautiful place. Oh, okay. I mean, you know, testing evens is always going to be a bit rough.
Yeah.
I guess we should have figured there was going to be a test on the back. I realize now in hindsight it was a bit silly, but it's okay.
I am going to. I think I just draw a card for the last one. I think there's a chance that I think the problem if I get like another cultist or I think it's only read the cultist. There's only one of those, right? The others are not.
Only
bad.
oh, there's only one cultist. Yes, correct.
Okay, I think it's like I'll just do it again.
Fuck it.
Or maybe I just draw just because.
What if you draw a weak? I mean, just a thought about what if you draw a weakness.
Draw a weakness. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. So we just go again.
Oh, well.
Oh, never mind.
Nope, never mind.
It's always the client. I don't know why it is. Like, so many.
It's so many tentacles in this game. It's too much. No, sorry. The stairwell does not let you re-navigate it again. Yeah, that's right, Flower. And correct. No, thank goodness. So when you flip the staircase over, the story text asks you to resolve one of the choices, and regardless of whether you succeed or fail, it flips back over. Not an extra.
Concerning thing is now, it's like, how the hell do you? How the hell? How the hell are we resolving this one?
I think the bigger issue is, even if we resolve it, we then need to evade Xzharah again to like actually clear the act, which is a whole goddamn thing. But
that's like we have like that thing for you there, but like you can't really get, because like they're all gonna because we moved to the enemy phase.
Well, yes, it's now the enemy phase. Let's hunt everything.
So they're all gonna move here,
yeah. It's not great.
And so I don't know if you have a way to get to me without like without using that thing.
No, I don't. But we'll have to see what the future brings, I suppose, as we move to upkeep. Oh, this is bad for Darrell. Darrell moving back through the mist, not excited, but like confident in his abilities. He steps out and almost in slow motion watches as his foot snags on a little bit of the cave, and his camera tumbles out of his hand. This is my treachery, which I didn't draw at all in the first scenario, called Ruined Film. Irrefutable proof reduced to nothing by the light of day. Revelation. Remove 4 evidence from cards you control. This is part of the reason Darrell wants to take cards that stack evidence, because this exists. For each evidence you cannot remove in this way, take a horror. So I think I'm still alive. I have to remove 2 evidence and take 2 horror, which also drops my stats. Fuck. Yeah, exactly. No need to worry about this. Yeah, the film falls out of his camera and he tries to reach for it, and it just drops off into nothingness. All of that effort that he's been through this whole time in Cairo, ruined, gone.
At least the pictures of Sleepy Diana are gone as well.
They're gone too, yes. So he can't use them in the Arkham advertiser. That's true.
She's like, oh no, wow, that's so sad. Oh damn,
rip.
Oh, we almost had.
Oh jeez. Oh, I really wanted that photo to be on the cover of a magazine. I also can no longer take a horror.
I really thought we had proof now. Damn.
Well, I can no longer take a horror either. So, okay. Well, you know. Okay, we go to 4 doom, which means we add a strength to the abyss. Bad.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. Basically crosshair. Guys, we've almost made it. Oh, and of course the Silver Twilight Acolyte crawls back over the edge of the fucking stairway. It's ready to like.
All right. Well, ready to murder.
Ready to murder. What do we got?
Okay, 6 to 3.
Terror. No big deal. Just some terror.
Okay, that
okay.
Works.
And you reveal the symbol.
Reveal symbol, so
which is very nice, I would say. Potentially very good. Potentially.
Yes.
Your film got ruined again? How did you keep to... Oh my god. They were not any birds or bats known elsewhere on Earth or in the Dreamland, for they were larger than elephants. This is a massive hunter, the dreaded Shantak. Fuck me. Which appears to have one of those guys from Lord of the Rings riding it, a ring wraith.
Oh god, so it does,
yeah. It's a 5/5/3. While it's ready, action and reaction abilities on its location cannot be triggered. Of course, this is also... No, not a Night Gaunt, so that's okay. Huh.
I think I have to start because this is it's not looking great.
I tend to agree. I mean, if we succeed at the stairway, then I guess my plan would be move in and try to evade Xzharah. I mean, fuck, I have absolutely nothing. I have no evidence, no stats, no nothing. Oh,
the only thing is like getting somehow evading that guy and then
Yep.
and then going there and doing the thing. So I need to not fail this.
Correct. Unfortunately, Crosshair, the only problem is summoning the Night Gaunts takes a horror because they are horrible beasts. And because of the ruined film, Darrell is now sitting at 1 horror away from insanity.
My first action, I'm going to Storm of Spirits. I am sick of this guy. Like, what are you doing here?
Get the hell out of here. I mean, love this. Love this for you.
We roll 8 to, was it 3 to 2?
He has 2 fight, yeah. He uses willpower. If you succeed, it deals 3 damage to each enemy.
Where's those +1s when I'm trying to, like, look at the books? He is dead.
So, express to me here, what is this storm that you've, like, Diana's blasted this guy
It's
with?
just so sick of, like, these lions. They will not, like, listen to her, apparently. This, like, what is happening? Like, things like, we're so close to getting out of here, and everything's, like, falling apart at the end that she just, like, brews up this massive storm, and she sees this silver twilight acolyte, like, he found her again, and she's just like, okay, I'm just done.
I am done with this. But
and then a massive storm that's meant to, like, kill, like, an entire room full of enemies, as she, like, focuses it all on this one mook.
It's that classic, it's that absolutely classic, like, you know, it's that cartoon thing where you shock him so bad you can just see his skeleton for a second. He falls off into the abyss.
Exactly. What I'm gonna do now is... Oh, actually.
Oh, whoops. Yeah.
I need to
that's fine. You would have Storm of Spirits anyway, so that's okay. It's a -4, but still good.
Still okay. And we already had that. Okay, so what do I do? Do I try to draw a card and, like, go for the last action to try to go all in, or should I try to mitigate my risks?
Well, this is where knowing one's deck, I guess, comes in handy. I don't know what's left in your... Like, is there a possibility that there are intellect icons on things left? Or wild icons? Who knows, right?
Yes. That possibility does exist.
It's probably... I mean, I feel like 2 shots is probably better. You can olive the... But yeah, it's gonna be hard for sure, both ways.
So firstly, I'm going to 6 to 3 this.
Oh my god.
I just have to do that blindly.
Go!
Fails.
Oh no.
Well, at least we have 1 more shot.
Diana Stanley! Okay. Crawling, pulling her way up the staircase.
Okay, we commit an icon. Commit another icon.
Whoa! There you go. Okay.
Do I need to olive this or not?
I think... Yeah, you're only... Oh god, you're only 2 up. Oh god. Okay, hang on. Statistics, folks. Yes, it's increasing the chances that you're going to draw things that fail you. So I feel like you don't want to olive here, even though it also increases your chances of drawing +1s.
Yeah.
That's tough, right? Because it's
like...
Yeah.
It's basically how many? It says 3, 6, 9 tokens that are like are too much. Basically.
Too much, yeah.
10. There's 5, 8, and 11 tokens that are okay.
Would olive feel better? I like that. That's a good shout, actually. Using olive would feel nice. Maybe that's the play here. I don't know.
Maybe I need to do it.
Okay, fuck it. Do you want to draw them one at a time for funsies? Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Stop screaming, Scott. Oh,
we did it! We did it!
We did. By God, we did it.
We did it!
All right, Olive. Excellent work. I guess she knows enough.
Well, you still need to do like.
I'm absolutely screwed. I actually don't know what to do, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about me. Diana has tested intellect to speak to the creatures and warned them of the battle below.
Yes, I warned the denizens of Sarcoman.
Yeah, Mistrich. Right. Full disclosure. So, as a reminder, this Guardians of the Abyss is a 2 scenario, sort of side scenario, standalone that was released a while ago, and yes. Standard difficulty -6, just ludicrous.
So this needs to be -4, not a -5.
Ah, yes, correct.
But yes, it does indeed have a -6.
Excellent work, Diana.
So firstly, you need to evade that guy, go to the other place,
Yep.
and use your night gaunt.
Correct.
Simple
because
as.
it would.
Wait, no, but that would kill you.
Yeah, this is the problem. Is I don't actually know, because taking the horror is a cost to evade. I'd like to say this would still work, even though I don't actually think rules as written it would actually work. Because
It would kill you. I feel like at least.
I feel like you would die before the actual effect went off. I'd like to say it still works for the purposes of the story, because I still have to pass a goddamn 3-3 test anyway.
I like the idea that basically we get to the ending, and then basically that means that like Darrell would have sacrificed himself for it.
Well, hang on. Let me. Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree.
If we get there.
Oh.
The first part,
If I okay, hang on though. If I. Oh no. Okay. If I'm definitely dead anyway, they're all gonna hunt you, and then. Okay, yes. So that this is the end of this. I was gonna say, is it possible? Maybe I'll survive, or maybe I'll take all the heat, and then you go in and do the evade or whatever. But that's crazy town.
Yeah, no, they all did. This turn, they're all gonna move to me and kill me.
Okay.
So no pressure. But
basically, I'm going. I'm going evens.
Dentist.
I have nothing to commit. I have nothing to do. I'm going evens on this test. I can't lower the difficulty. If I succeed, I am going to say, I'm saying this right now, if I succeed on this test, I'm then going to move in and use the last night gaunt whistle. I'm going to go insane and it's going to work. That's what I'm calling right now because I think it would be awesome and epic. If it doesn't work, then we're all dead and we go to whatever the defeat resolution is. And Graspiloot, I want you to be on board with this plan. Are you on board with this plan?
I am on. Do you even need to ask?
Okay, because yeah, just this is the okay. All right, well, I'm spending all my actions now because I know the idea. Oh, story first, Crosshair. You're right. A winged beast of an incredible size bursts forth from the cave filled with mist. Darrell leaps off of the edge of the cavern, diving towards water, diving towards his salvation, hoping against hope that he's got the support he needs to destroy the creatures here. Guys, I'm doing it. I have nothing to commit. 3-3. I don't want to press the button, but I'm going to press the button. Here it comes. Oh, no, I have to press it again. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm drawing another token. Darrell! Darrell, you beautiful bastard!
Son of a gun!
I can't believe it! Okay. Excuse me. The screeching beast is left behind as Darrell leaps into the water. Me too, Blanky. He lands in the pool, seeing his ruined film float by him and realizing it doesn't matter. This is all a dream anyway. He bursts forth from the water, and as a last action, I'm going to blow my whistle, take a horror, go insane, who cares, and automatically evade all Night Gaunt enemies here.
Oh my god. And was it like we flipped the...
And did we do everything, though? This is my question. I think we're good.
We have 3 out of 4. We have... No, actually...
Wait. No, wait.
6 as a group.
Oh, hang on. I have 6 clues. Okay.
Yeah, but you're dead, right? or do we say like it's
no,
like
it still works.
It works.
Still works. Yes, you're correct. If I'm dead, I drop all my clues on the floor. But I think we're in the midst of resolving before I go insane. Graspiloot, I really want this to work, man. I
want. Yeah. Like we're bending the rules a little
Yes,
bit.
we sure are, and I'm okay with it. I try not to on Doomed, but like I'm thrilled to hell. You may proceed to resolution 2. I don't know what Darrell has done, like kind of coming out of the water and blowing the whistle. Oh my god! All right, Crosshair, do you want to see what the last token is? Yeah. So this would have been me 1 down on an evade test.
Imagine.
Well, that's Arkham. Yeah. Here we go. Resolution 2. So, okay, we had clues from the Dreamers. We had found support from other people in the Dreamlands, and what was the last thing we did? We evade. No, what was the last? The last thing was the strength of the abyss was 4 or lower.
Yes.
Having freed all the Dreamers, Darrell blows the whistle. The Night Gaunt swoops in towards Xzharah. The essence fades from Xzharah's body. Swirling clouds of mist surround him and force him to his knees. Creatures of the abyss appear wordlessly at your side, surrounding Xzharah with a quiet, expressionless hate. His sword betrays him and falls from his grip, the blade fracturing as it clatters to the ground. The prophecy must be fulfilled. It is the last of his vile whispers. His physical form vanishes into the realm's ethereal mist, and all is silent in the great abyss. In your campaign log, record "The Abyss was saved." Cross off all of the "taken by the Abyss" notes. Any one investigator may choose to add Summoned Night Gaunt to their deck and take it with them back to Arkham.
That's crazy.
That is actually what a
card.
Great reward. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display, which is a couple of dead cultists and a single victory point from the Great Abyss. And I'm just gonna quickly yeah, that's it. And then there's credits.
We have Darrell, and I guess this was the way out on the staircase. In the end, Diana leaves, and there's Darrell,
and he's sort of floating in the abyss. Now, the question is whether, in a campaign, of course, I would have, in a campaign, I don't know how this works anyway. I take a mental trauma, but we succeed. I don't know.
In a campaign, I probably wouldn't have cheated like that.
I mean, that's a fair point. Fair play. Or does Diana find her new place as Queen of the Underworld? We gotta take all this. Well, we have no evidence to bring back to Arkham now, of course, but we have saved the Abyss and disrupted the plans of both the Brotherhood and the Silver Twilight Lodge. We have the Night Gaunt. No one's gonna believe this. They're gonna think it's just a guy in a suit. Look at this guy. It's just a guy in a suit with weird wings.
True.
Very true. I cannot. Okay, Graspiloot, let's just talk about this last turn for a second here. Ruined film, followed by the clutch olive success on the intellect test, followed by the +1 on the agility test. I mean,
that part was pretty lucky. The ruined film, though, oh my god!
I had briefly, I knew it was in there, but I had forgotten exactly how it worked. If you have more cards with evidence, you can take other seeker cards that stack evidence, things like the hypothesis, things like dissection tools. So if you remove 4 evidence, that sucks, but this weakness doesn't do anything else. Or take 4 horror. Roofs, dude. And Diana's deck is half weaknesses now. Yeah, no, not quite.
Yeah, it's my top card was nihilism.
Classic.
And then the 4th card from that would have been ectoplasmic horror.
Which we never saw actually.
My weapon was the 7th card from here.
Oh god. And another brand. No. We saw the other brand earlier in the scenario, right?
Yeah, the second card would be the ritual candles. The last brand was the second to last card, and the ritual candles the third to last card.
Go to jail. That's not nice at all.
Yeah, the weapon. Diana seems the weapon is quite important, I think, to her deck, and it's really, and I actually think that prepared for the worst is a must-have on her, just because if you don't have that weapon, it's very annoying.
That's it. I haven't played her in ages and ages, and I think I undervalued it because it's just a 1 damage weapon. But of course, the point of it having it is that you can then cycle your cancels, which is actually way more and that I've definitely been sleeping on. I think that's. I was you get to 6 willpower. But you want to keep canceling stuff and keep getting her reaction ability and cycling.
Yeah, that's the point. The moment that you can't the only way to I guess what you'd want is to get some sort of permanent card that you can just cancel for free, basically.
Oh yeah, I mean that'd be great.
That's basically the idea, because like the moment if you don't have a weapon on and you're like sitting at like now I'm sitting at full and I just can't use this thing anymore, and it's like the amount of like money and card draw I miss out on, it's not great.
Yeah, it's I think we talked about this in the first scenario. There's Blessed Covenant. I don't know, the Guardian Covenant. It cancels bless tokens, or ignores. Yeah, it cancels bless tokens revealed, and because it's permanent, it can't go under her. But because she doesn't say then draw a card and gain a resource, people were like, well, rules as written, you can just like keep trying to put it under her every time. You can't, but you still draw cards. Like it's so silly.
Yeah, but I think it does work like that.
I mean, in theory, it works like that. I think it should say place that card face down beneath her, then draw a card and gain a resource. I think that's what it should say, because that's like I think that's probably what it's intended to say, but it doesn't for some reason, you know.
Yeah, and it hasn't also not been tabooed. So
that's true. That's a good point.
They're pretty happy with. I mean, if they really would have felt that way, they would have.
They would have changed. Yeah, it's actually a good. That is an excellent point.
Yeah, like the main problem here still is like if there are fewer than 5 cards beneath Diana, which still is just like the problem that I'm sitting at 5 and you don't ever want to be sitting at 5.
You want to keep trying to self-cycle things through. Yeah, that's fair.
Because now also these cards, like, oh, I mean, I would have loved to take out a Ward of Protection again. Like,
oh my god, or even just being able to commit it for a while sometimes is like going to be worth it, right? Not all the time, maybe, but I think sometimes it's good. Like obviously it's better to use it, but you know.
So yeah, that's. But saying we did it like it's perhaps a stretch, but I love this ending. You know, like I always loved like the self-sacrifice endings. And it's like when one person sacrifices himself, that has like an extra level of like sadness to it. You know, like an extra level of also epicness to it.
Yeah. Oh, very much so. This says, if Xzharah is exhausted, you may choose to advance. Is that your question, Crosshair? I don't know.
The last agenda is like.
Yeah. Oh, well, look, hey, epic. Yeah. If Xzharah was exhausted, so I'm gonna say it's yeah. I don't know. I mean, fuck it. I like how this ended up. Is the point. And certainly I feel like a big hero. And I feel like Olive and Diana also feel like big heroes, which is the key.
Yeah, being like, no, this poor guy.
This poor guy. Woo!
We worked so hard together, and
yeah,
that's it.
I mean, yeah, this is it. So, okay. Thumbs up. Big thumbs up. Really cool couple of scenarios, just generally. I would actually I'll go back to the full screen cam and let's talk a little bit about I guess Graspiloot. I don't have any questions prepared, but I'm curious how you feel about the scenarios in general. I have more follow-up questions, but do you have any sort of overall thoughts about you were talking about like, oh, Egypt, yeah, let's fucking do an Egypt scenario.
I still can't believe they haven't done like a full Egypt campaign, right? Like I love Egypt, and like it's so tied into like Cthulhu mythos that I'm surprised there's not a whole campaign about that. That from what I hear, like I haven't played the travel campaign. I heard people don't like it very much.
The Scarlet Keys, that some of it takes place around there.
Yeah, and like the problem with the Scarlet Keys apparently is that it's meant to be like a travel campaign, but more than half of it plays in England and America anyway. So it's like,
what I found personally, and this, it's certainly disruptive in terms of streaming, but also when I played it with another friend of mine as well. If you don't know the campaign, and you're not necessarily trying to go to the places where there are scenarios, then you can end up being like, let's play some Arkham, and then you just read 8 pages of text before you get to a scenario. And that feels fine, except if you sat down to play Arkham, then it feels bad.
Yeah, like that's also something that I saw as well. In like when we spoke about last time, I think we did about like, was it in the last scenario? I don't remember, but we we spoke about like the rankings, and like a lot of people put the Scarlet Keys at the bottom. But I saw someone say like, yeah, like for your first time playing, it's bad because you have no idea what to do, and it's like really easy to just mess up with it. But once you kind of know what to do, it's like a lot more fun when you when you're doing it again.
Yeah, when you have paths that you can map out, there's definitely a lot of replay value. Oh, I'd love to try this scenario. Ooh, I should try this scenario, but earlier. Oh, I bet there's this little side quest you can do if you go here, here, and here. Like, that's fun, for sure. A bit wacky in terms of how I like to stream the campaigns, certainly. But still a good time. To answer Mistridge, yes, I have officially now played and streamed, and I'm exhausted just thinking about it, all of the official campaigns plus a bunch of fan content. I have a little like note of who I've played where, but I realize I should put it in an Excel sheet, and with like an outcome of like, you know, essentially how did that person's story in Doomed end up, which I think I'm gonna do. I might have to go back and watch some of the earlier campaigns finales just to see, but yeah, I'd like to publish that out there.
Yeah, in fact, I do want to thank you, Cross. I did. I think it went quite well. The campaign itself, I'd say, as a standalone scenario, I think it's okay. If I was playing as part of a campaign, there's just way too much stuff that just instantly ruins your campaign.
It would,
like,
it would feel very bad to be like, oh, I've got like 8 XP. Let's spend 2 of it on this scenario. Oh my god, I have no other XP. Like, it would feel so, actually, which really, which actually comes around to my next question, Graspiloot. How do you feel about playing a 39 XP deck? Like, that you got to build from scratch. That's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, Blanky Cat also asked how you feel about your deck. And, well, I have to say I love Diana. Like, I know, like, of course, she doesn't give full control over everything, but, like, she just, like, mitigates so many issues that I really like that. And I really like, and then just, like, having all that XP kind of felt fun. Like, being like, oh, you know, I can add this and that, and just, like, getting to a lot of the places where you normally take a lot of time to get there. But the one, I was gonna say, like, the one thing I have, like, playing Diana from the start, there's like some cards that I'm like, how the hell do you even start without it?
yes, exactly. And then to think, oh god, like at 0 XP, like I'm taking all of these leveled down versions of cards, or like I don't even have access to this or that. Quick tangent here, Raisin, didn't know you were lurking. Obviously that's the point of lurking. Thank you so much. Really cool to have you here as well. Much appreciated. Yeah, I don't disagree, Graspiloot. I really don't disagree. I feel like similarly, I'm very happy with. I'm happy having tooled around with this type of build for Darrell. I've never played lower the difficulty kind of test, and of course, I think
the fact that everything's chained in that is like
insane. Clearly, the designers felt that it was pretty overpowered. So
I don't disagree. Yeah. Like, I can, like, 0 test decks like seem like really strong. I'm just like, how would you now start with it, right? Like, if you can't pick any of those cards because they're not 2 XP, 1 XP, etc. Like, how are you going to start a deck like that?
Absolutely. Thankfully, there are 0 XP versions of a number of the cards in the deck. Like Old Keyring. I'm just quickly looking at what I spent XP on. I'm
just looking at, like, which of those chain cards did you have? Like, there were
Shedel. Oh, here, let me pull them out. I don't have my Arkham DB open right now, but I'll just pull out the things that. That's not chained. That's chained. Gumption is not. I think it was Scavenging was the other one.
You are still on the other screen, by the way.
So yeah, of course. Hey, that's probably more useful. I think Scavenging is the only other chained card I had, but where is it, please? Must be in my discard pile. Oh no, I'm looking in my discard pile. I see.
Scavenging. Flower. If I have to believe Scott, Guardians are pretty meh in general.
Ooh.
Yeah, the certified Guardian hater here.
I don't do hot takes as a rule, but I feel like look, as I have said this before, and I will say this again. I think flavor-wise, Guardians are such a win. 0 XP, a bunch of XP, I don't care. I think it's so cool to play a character in the Arkham mythos is just like, come on, I'll get you through here, and just like starts beating the shit out of other people. Like, I think that's awesome. For a class that doesn't have a lot of cards that draw you cards well or gain you a lot of resources, but then you need a lot of resources to play guns, it just does. I think you have to be very careful. Whereas I think there's other decks have, like, you know, other classes have ways of getting lots of cards or lots of resources, and it's good stuff. Anyway, these are my chained cards. So as you can see here, this isn't what I spent all my XP on, but Scavenging, Shed a Light, Scavenging level 2, Old Keyring level 3, and Shed a Light all cost additional XP, which basically put my deck up a whole other class, another 10 XP because of the chaining. And you can see, I think, Graspiloot why.
Shed a Light is like something you can't take at the beginning now. That's like a bit. I mean, I can understand why, but like, it's a bit sad.
I agree. Yeah, it's still, that's it. I agree. And it's, you know, I can see why, especially all together, these things kind of key off each other quite well. They make for a feedback loop that's just like, oh, I've used my last key. It goes in the trash. I'm gonna scavenge it back, play it right back again. Like, you know, it's a lot.
Yeah, for sure. And this, I think a Shed a Light is just, I think like making it a 2 XP card is like more than fair. Like 3 clues in one in like, and an auto success. Come on. yeah.
I'm trying to think who there's probably some people who want to take this because it's a level 0 survivor card who couldn't take it at level 2. I can't really think of anyone who can take maybe someone who can take like level 0 survivor events, like Mandy.
Yeah, but like,
I don't know.
How does Mandy even have like a lot of, like, is there anyone who would play like a 0 success deck?
It's true. You have to. You're right. You have to be leaning into the whole reducing difficulty thing. That's a good point.
And I feel like that's a very survivor specific mechanic.
Yes, it is. Yeah, very much so.
So I still like Agnes being the one on scavenging. It's like, sometimes you see them in the cards in different classes, in different classes cards. You're like, huh?
Yeah, I think.
And why is you the one in the background?
I think that's I love the art on scavenging now. I think it's so cool. The original one is some guy like pulling a piece of wood out of the ground and being like, I can use this, and now this is her being like, well, this is all I got, which I love.
Well.
And yeah, I mean, she can take it. I wonder if she wants to, is the question. But I don't know. I agree with you, Graspiloot. It's always very exciting to see.
She does have like, she is like secondary class survivor, but I think it's just kind of funny to see them there then. Like,
no, I love when we see like investigators on art for like non-signature cards. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I still wonder, is Deny Existence, is that Diana who's on it? And like, I guess the same for Eldritch Inspiration. Just kind of looks like her, doesn't it?
I think it's the other way around, Flower. It's I believe is Daniela, the mechanic, is Guardian level 0, Survivor 1-5. So ironically can't take this and doesn't want it. Oh yes, sorry, Blanky. I read that, and I'll be honest, my mind did not go perhaps where you intended it to. Blanky Cat says, love Patrice fiddling the deep one, which is perhaps not what you intended, but is in fact very specifically what's on the card. And I can't remember what it's called now.
I mean, if it works, right?
Yeah, it's not Vamp, it's... Shit. I can't remember what it's called now. But anyway, yes, she has a card where she's playing a violin at a deep one, and it's just like, a stall for... Thank you, Blanky, yes. It's not called Vamp, it's a synonym for Vamp. Stall for time here. I'm just gonna grab the... Nope, I can't spell. I'm just gonna grab the art because I think it's fucking hilarious. Look at her. She's face to face with a deep one and being like, "This'll show him." She's a great violinist, I know, but I think this is funny.
That's an excellent.
I love it.
The art is so good. That's so funny.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome, thumbs up. So I think, I mean, yeah, that's about it in terms of
the one card I wanted to say.
Oh yes, tell me more.
The one card I think, like Defiance, I feel like the level 1 for or like the level 0 version is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, like that one, I feel like, oh, really, the level 0 version is that you have to pick one of these
Mm-hmm.
and choose to ignore it, and I'm like, oh, but that is really only good um if you have like a like a prediction deck. I think it was like Jacqueline or something can like has
Mm-hmm.
like some deck
Mm-hmm.
that's about like you can see which chaos tokens are happening and stuff, and then sure, because you can just like Defiance level 0 it, but like for Diana or
Yeah.
anyone,
No,
any
no.
olive, there's something just feels bad, I think.
I fully agree with that. I think, yeah, Jacqueline has an olive-like ability on her card, and her signature basically says you can use your ability twice per round. So really, like her whole shtick is all in on the olive thing. Draw a bunch of tokens, pick one you want. I can't remember if I think it's draw 3, pick one or whatever. But yeah, in her, Defiance is nicer. I still agree with you that the level 2 version is like miles better.
Yeah, it's like one of the best upgrades, and I think the level 0 version, I think, is pretty bad.
Yeah,
I might even like I feel like I'd only take the level 0 version if I was planning to, if I had like some sort of like what's it called, that upgrade thing.
mm-hmm. Down the rabbit hole, probably. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, the one that allows you to upgrade every round, but not take new, but it makes it more expensive to take new cards.
Exactly, because Mystic have so many. I mean, in fact, Diana specifically, I think, has a bunch of options of like things that upgrade. So she would be a pretty good target for that over the course of a campaign. It would save her a lot of XP, which is probably pretty good.
Any cards that we use, I didn't get a chance to use. Really. Oh,
Yeah.
my sword. Oh, I used it in the first half, but like in the second one, not getting that sword.
The sword. I had the Ancient Ankh from the first scenario, which I did not see.
Yeah, and then there was like a special event with that one.
Yeah,
too, right?
We were like, oh man. I don't. So not in this. For me, for Darrell, I even got a chance to use Will to Survive, which felt good, really good actually, pretty clutch. But no, the basic loop of get evidence, reduce the difficulty, key off of lower difficulty, use skills, and then get them back from the discard pile. It all essentially was what I wanted to try. I'm not skilled with this type of deck, but I think it went quite well, and it was a lot of fun to play. I'm really happy I tried this out. It's really cool.
Yeah, the I sadly did not get to like block like a really big deny existence thing, which I was hoping. I was hoping to get hit by that. What's it called? That these guys that are here. Like,
oh yeah,
damage, for Missile Revenant. I mean,
4 or 5
like,
damage.
Oh, yeah. Scott, you always say that like deny existence, that you feel like, oh, you don't get to do that much with it. Bam, here. Yeah, you've mentioned before at least that deny existence, that like in theory it's such a good card, but you often feel like that it's like it's like one of these cards where you're always like, no, I can take this one. I'll save it for like a bigger hit. And,
that's and I use this term, but I use it lightly. That's a me problem. That's how I view, like, I'm very quick to view cards for their icons, to be like, oh, I just need to pass this test, +1, like, and even though deny existence, of course, is much better used, but yeah, if you're waiting for the perfect thing to come along to use it for, maybe you'll never use it, and then what was the point? But in this scenario, yeah, there's a 3, 4, 5 damage hit coming in. Not anymore.
Yeah, I was in the first on like the big combo that you have here in this game, and which I said I didn't get to use the full combo, but I was like holding on to it in the first run, but I couldn't use it because I didn't have the upgraded Hypnotic Gaze, sadly. But basically doing like a triple,
true reading,
like the tripling the damage on the Hypnotic Gaze. That's what I was hoping to do with like double Eldritch Inspiration. But I sadly only got I was holding on to the last time, I couldn't use it, and now sadly I only got to double it this time. But that was still, I was still happy.
I'd say still pretty sweet, honestly. Over and above. And story wise, I feel like Diana's really gone down a bit of a like, she knows some magical stuff from her time in the cult, but I feel like somewhere between Olive and all of the weird blood rituals she's done, I don't know. Look at the art on Eldritch Inspiration. Like, that's terrifying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, these two, are they Diana? Like, they kind of look like her, don't they?
I don't.
like the Night
I think that
Sisters
is
and...
Diana, actually. I hadn't actually considered that, but yeah, probably. She's wearing a robe. She's got big long hair. It's probably her. I have no idea who that is meant to be because that is terrifying.
That is a pretty scary.
I don't know who that is.
It looks like they're in like some sort of like scary ritual, but
oh yeah, really sweet stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call the end of the scenario unless, of course, I'll give you the last word, of course, Graspiloot. But
no, you have the last word.
oh, okay. Well, I'll give you a last word to say anything else you want to say about either these scenarios or the decks or just being on the stream.
It was good fun. I would like to thank chat for being nice.
Yes, chat is best chat. Thanks, chat. We love you. It's been really cool. It's been a slice, guys. So thank you all. Crosshair mentioned it much further up, but I'll just repoint out we've got Drew Crew in about 2 hours time, a little over 2 hours. It's where Liz and I on her channel read Nancy Drew books and just roast them to death while also doing funny voices. If you like comedy, you're gonna like Drew Crew, okay? Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern is another episode of Montreal by Moonlight, session 41. We're already getting there. Which is our Werewolf 5th edition campaign. However, I'm pointing out something here. This is important, guys. Next week, I don't think I'm going to be streaming at all. I'm definitely not free Tuesday. I'm definitely not free Friday or Saturday. So it's probably going to be a week off for me. However, as I mentioned, and I'm throwing this back out there specifically, Flower, I think you'll be excited about this. The plan is in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to do a special Arkham stream where I do a bit of a deck build theory crafting situation, and then play through at least the beginnings of, but hopefully a whole scenario, standalone scenario, which is going to be frosty. Ooh, it's going to be like Arctic themed, which means there's specific cards that I'm like, okay, I have to put this in. So it's going to be a bit of a theory craft situation. No, Flower, sorry, yes. I am free for, yes, Montreal by Moonlight's on tomorrow, and that's all thumbs up. But next week, Monday through Saturday, I'm not really free for stuff. And yes, I'm hoping to do a hole. That's correct. Gross.
Every hole's a goal, right?
Every hole is a goal. That famous Arkham statement.
Oh god. Now we're going back to Patrice fiddling the default.
Oh yeah, of course. Patrice fiddling the default. I mean, if you want to go there. Okay. That's it for me. This has been an absolute blast. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with how this turned out story-wise. It's been a cool story, as always. If you're on the YouTube, drop me a comment. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to the next side scenario, another Tombed campaign after that, and there's been a recent announcement of the next campaign. So the hope is that during spoiler season, we're going to have a lot to talk about. But in the meantime, thanks very much, everybody. I was trying to think of something witty to say, but I can't. That's it. So we're going to see you next time on Doomed. Bye-bye.
Ciao.